Hello guys and welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today, as promised, I'm going to try out my Fractal FM9 into my ToneX cab FR, and I'm using kind of a weird technique according to some experts on the internet, and I think they do not know what they're talking about, because there are a few methods to capture an FR, and basically the best one would be a ribbon microphone to capture the tone of the room. But there's a problem with that, at least to me, and you can disagree with me. Anyways, is that every room is different, so you'll get the perspective of my room, and then you get the ToneX cab FR, and probably will sound very different in your room. Anyway, so I decided to, and this was advised by IK Multimedia. They sent me the cab. There are two SM57s, I'll show you in a picture over here. I'll post it on Facebook as well. One is directed at Twitter and the other one to the cone. And this is a very good representation because I already tried this out with the actual ToneX pedal of what you can hear in your room. So what I'm going to do is going to Fractal here, and I'm going to scroll through I have a preset, a simple preset, no delays, no reverbs, nothing, just the cab. Because the cab has to be on, cab sim has to be on, and just amps. So I'm going to scroll through a few amps and see how it sounds here. And I gotta promise you that once the recording is finished, what you're going to hear is pretty much what I hear here in the room, and it sounds amazing. So let's check out. So right now I'm in the Brit JM45 mode. I'm gonna scroll through a few of the amps, not all of course, because we don't have time for that, but let's see some tones. So the first one, it's a Marshall, and I can show you. You guys cannot see probably the screen, but I'm using just the amp and then a cab, and the cab is a Marshall cab. Okay, now you also can use on the ToneX, it has impulse responses, so you can also change the cabs on the ToneX, which is a plus. And I also dialed in an EQ here because after a few tests I found out that I took a little bit of bass, a little bit of treble, a little bit of mids, and increase the treble. I will take a picture so you guys see it, because you have 8 slots and you have different EQ for each slot if you want to, and save them, and that's perfect match for the 8 scenes that you got on your FM9. So let's check out some tones. So this is a Marshall JM45, and it sounds like this. Alright, let's go for, let me just see if I'm on the right screen. Let's go for JVM Orange. Some are louder, so I have to go here and take a little bit of volume on the cab. Even so, it has too much bass here on the room. Of course, these are all amps. I'm not changing anything on the amps, EQ-wise or stuff like that. So obviously, to make a proper demo of every patch or every amp, I would have to EQ them. But that's not the point here. Let's go for another amp. Now the red one. Just going to reduce a little bit the bass over here because it's too boomy. Even now it's too boomy, so a little bit less bass. Okay, let's go for another one. JVM OD Orange. These are all very alike, so let's go for Brit Pre. totally different sound, more volume, more treble, and less space. So let me just increase. I'm gonna have to do this a few times, so it's part of the video. Okay, let's go for a different amp, like if I can find it here, like a 5153 blue. This one is a little bit lower in volume. Let's increase the volume once again on the cab. Let's go for the green one. Much less distortion. Now we have the red. Now we have the stealth blue. Of course, I would need like some different guitars, like a Les Paul or a Strat, to go into all that sort of breakup tones that really I'm not showing right now. So this is more of a, not a metal sync, but a heavy sync. Now we have the stealth red. All of them seems to have too much bass. I'm gonna lower the bass again. Let's go for a different amp. Let's go for a Class A 30, just see how it sounds. Now we have the bright. They all sound great. Brilliant, so it's too loud. Let's go for a deluxe tweed up there. And, oh, sorry. See how it sounds? Very loud, so I have to put down the volume here. Sorry guys, all these gymnastics. If it sounds good with this Ibanez, I wonder how it sounds with a Fender Strat or a single coil guitar or a Les Paul. Because it has the Marzio, Tone Zone, and the other one from John Petrucci collection, you know. Blue Velvet, Tone Zone, and Air Norton, yeah. Now this cab has a lot of bass response, so we have to take it down a little bit. Jump must be very loud. Or maybe not. Let's go for the Dirty Shirley one. Let's go for the diesel ones. We have the blue 2. Louder now, sorry guys. Now we have the blue 3. And if you have down-tuned guitar, it will be even better. Okay, now silver 2. Too loud. I'll compensate on my DAW. As long as it doesn't clip. So you guys will hear this at the same volume as the other presets. Silver 3, silver 4, much louder as well. Dweezil bass guy. Jesus, this is really really loud. Now on the video will be lower. Energy ball. Let's go for the fast ones, okay? So we have fast bass I don't know what this is. Fast 6160. Let me just, once again, just adjust this. Fast bass. Maybe for bass, I don't know. This is fast brute blast and now fast brown. I have to compensate on the DAW, it's too low now. Fast buttery. Just simple chords so you guys can hear the tones. Class A. Okay, let's try to make this video not too long. Crunch. I don't know what they are aiming at here, but it seems like a Vox, I don't know. Fast Express. Now we have fast hot rod. Very cool, fast lead one. By the way, I'm not using any drive pedal in front. Maybe I'll try this. Fast lead 2 a little bit later. Fast modern. Fast modern 2. They could make it all at the same volume. Fast modern 3. Now we have fast rhythm. Fast School Crusher. So this with the drive pedal we tighten up the low end. Fast Stealth Blue. So imagine that I have like a tube screamer in front of this, man. This will be really heavy as, you know. These are just the amps. Just for the sake of it, I'm going to go here and put the tube screamer just to see what happens in front of the amp. Now the same amp, Stealth Blue, now with the tube screamer in front. And there are heavier amps, of course. Okay, better to disengage the tube screamer for now, so we can concentrate on the amps. Let's go for the Friedman. Friedman CA C45 BE-V1 B1 fat, I mean. Now I want to try to see if I can get more. There's a lot of freedoms, we can go over them all. Jazz 120. A lot of distortion for the jazz. Now these are Marshalls as well. JPM Pre OD1. Now I want to see if I can find some of the JS 410 lead green, now lead orange. Also the lead red. You guys won't notice this on the video because the presets vary so much in volume. This one is almost inaudible. Now you're listening to this, you won't notice because I already had matched that in Logic. Matchbox, what else? I want to go to the 6160 block run. Let's go for a more lead one. There's one here. They're all very different and they all sound really great here. Now we are Recto Orange Modern. Very dark, very low in volume. Let's go for a Recto 1 lead. And now for, let's see what I have here. Rev Jam, we have a lot of Rev Jams here. Purple Tree. Don't forget, there's no boost pedal in front. Rev Jam, Red 2. And Rev 3. Red 3, I mean. Now, I want to see if I can have, yes, US Mark II C+. Mark IV lead. Lead bright. I want something heavier. Rhythm 2. Let's go for the 2C+ red. Red bright. MK4 bright. USA MK5. MK5, yeah. You know, this kind of amps, like the boogie ones, you really need to tighten up that low end and give it much more distortion. But now what I'm going to do is, I think we had a lot of amps already check out here. What about an angle? Severe 1, now Severe 2. Archon clean, yeah. All right, now I'm gonna try to get a preset, you know, because there are thousands of them or whatever. Periphery. Let's go how it sounds here. I'm going back to the presets because I want to see if there's something with more effects. Misha Go T. Whoa, the gate is so fast on this one. It's cutting all the notes. But I want to go, if I go here, something with some effects. Whoa, 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 whoa. This was too much. PCM all. So you guys can hear some effects going through the ToneX. You have to be careful because some of them are too high and they can destroy your cab. Oh, Katie song. Okay, something more with more effects even. Oh, where am I going? It's not making anything. Ambience guitar. Okay, there's a lot of ambience on this one, so let's see how it sounds through the ToneX cab. Shut up. You know, guys, this is almost like having your tone into your studio monitors. I have focal shape, as you guys can see back there, 65. They sound amazing with FM3, FM9, whatever. But this thing is like having one of the speakers here. I hope this translates well into what you're going to hear there. I have to balance between the tweeter and the cone and see if they are phase aligned. But the fact is that all these crystal clear tones with all these luxurious ambient tones like these reverbs are superb. They really translate very well into this cab. It's basically like having a combo here, you know, with the FM integrated into it. So for me, this is the best cab on the market. I've tried a few of them, a bunch of them, and this is very, I'm not just saying this because they sent me the cab, because they did, but it's really amazing. And then you have also one knob that goes from mic to live position, so you can have like more of a live setting to it. If I put it completely on live mode, probably change a lot of the tone. Going back to mic mode, you know. Cooper Carter. I wanted to have here something like a lead sound. Sometimes the cursor doesn't work. I don't know why. With some effects, but I think, no, it's not working again. I don't know why. Of course, this is not far from my ideal lead sound, but yeah, that's pretty much it. The video is already too long, and I thought it would be a little bit, I don't know, shorter. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this demo. My face doesn't fit on the camera, but wants to see it anyway, right? And hope I'm not damaging this shit. Okay, so once again, I'm gonna post a picture. I'm miking this up, and it sounds tremendous. And once again, for the sake of it, on all the debates I saw on Facebook, guys didn't actually understood or try to understand, typical, what's going on here in terms of microphones. I don't have an expensive high-end microphone like you see some guys doing on YouTube, but most of them, they just use a condenser microphone or something like that, really on the cone of the FR, okay? And it really translates how the amp sounds, the cab, because I have one. So what I'm doing here is not rocket science, it's just the way I'm hearing it, and the capture is very close. I'm around 90% of what I'm hearing here. So stop the nonsense about getting special microphones to get the best of an FR, because there are better solutions, but this one is one of them, okay? So if you come so far, many thanks for watching. Hope you guys subscribe to my YouTube channel, please. It will help a lot. And that's pretty much it. The FM9 sounds superb with the ToneX cab, and I'm just scratching the surface because there's 1,000 parameters you can change, you know, inside the amps, and tailor the tone to your specific needs with EQ inside the ToneX cab. Okay? Alright, hope this makes sense. So I'll see you on the next one. Many thanks for watching once again, guys. Cheers!